said it. If you feel that you clean, stay clean. I'm only here for the sick. And I think the Moreno preachers are very demanding with their followers or the disciples of God. I have nothing against Moreno. Nothing. Just if he could change his tone with the word, you know. I mean, a lot of black pastors and black ministers and black rabbis, they seem to be very demanding with their community.
Praise the earth.
Many black practitioners, they've been very demanding. Like, I don't see you there on Sunday. You know, where were you? Where were you? You know, you cannot be demanding. Jesus wasn't demanding with his disciples. That's why when he told Peter, you know, those that live by the sword will die by the sword. And he didn't disarm him. He said, put that sword there. Imagine if Jesus would have been demanding and had told Peter that followed him from a distance, hey, listen, why don't you put that sword down and get away from me, stand away from me. So you see that Jesus Christ, he leaves us a message, a beautiful message. He's not demanding. They told Jesus one day that some didn't want to hear him preach. Jesus said this in return. I'm only here for the sick. I'm not here for the healthy. Those that feel that they're clean, they don't need me. In the end, the world will judge them. And in the end, the world did judge them. Jesus didn't say, oh, if you don't follow me, you're going to hell. These are these black practitioners, these black Toms. These religious Toms. They only preach what the man taught them when they were in the South. And the man doesn't even follow that. The man hasn't even changed his ways. You even hear the white practitioners now, very, very light and nonchalant. And very, you hear they're singing now. You know, I witnessed white preachers and religious leaders singing during the mass or the enchantment, if you call it, or they have another word, they call it worship or evangelizing. The Jehovah's say, you know, Jehovah's sisters and brothers, they call it, we're evangelizing. That's what they call it. I call it bearing witness. You know, experiencing God's blessings. Hallelujah, praise Jesus. Closer to the body divine. And as the great General Yamamoto said during war, we cannot fear the man. Not even in peacetime.
We cannot fear the level. We cannot fear the
I believe that Jesus wanted everyone to have courage. That's why, oh, if you don't follow me, you're going to hell. These are these black practitioners, these black Toms. These religious Toms. They only preach what the man taught them when they were in the South. And the man doesn't even follow that. The man hasn't changed his ways. You even hear the white practitioners now, very, very light and nonchalant, and very, you hear they're singing now. You know, I witnessed white preachers and religious leaders singing during the mass or the enchantment, if you call it, or they have another word, they call it worship or evangelizing. The Jehovah's say, you know, Jehovah's sisters and brothers, they call it, we're evangelizing. That's what they call it. I call it bearing witness. You know, experiencing God's blessings. Closer to the vine is divine. And as the great General Yamamoto said during war, we cannot fear the man. Not even in peacetime. I believe that Jesus wanted everyone to have courage. That's why when Jesus was crucified, he courageously said, I promise you tonight, criminal. I promise you're going to enter my Father's kingdom. Which is meant with paradise. Jesus once looked at all the rabbis in their face and told them, in my Father's kingdom, there are many, many, many mansions. That's what Jesus said. I'm not selling mansions here, and I don't have Bibles for sale. I don't have holy water that I can send you on eBay. I'm not here. If anything, I'm here seeking a subscription. Subscribe. A small prayer for the Mayor Gary and his hands. If anything, go to Strawberry Fields and say a small prayer for Gary, the mayor. He died on January 6th this year, 2014. Is it 2014? I'm like, yeah, 2014. Yeah, January 6th. Thank you, buddy. Producer. January 6th, the mayor of Strawberry Fields, he's the one that used to decorate the mosaic with the beautiful decorations, and he just passed out on the bench and died with an album of John Lennon in his hands. And ever since, the Strawberry Fields has been very, I would say, perhaps, hasn't been the same since. I don't want to use the word sad because they didn't seem sad when I was there. Maybe lonely is a better word. For lack of a better word, I would say it felt very lonely now that, Gary's not there and they don't want to allow musicians sometimes to entertain the folks and the tourists on the side. The law has to follow Jesus Christ and see that he wasn't demanding. Going back to Jesus Christ and religion. You have Peter wanting to eclipse Jesus in this picture. And what would we have learned that Peter would have eclipsed Jesus in the picture? That's why when Jesus stood on water, he told Peter, "Oh, you think we're the same? Okay, follow me, Peter." And Peter, like a man, or a donkey, or a scribe, he went in the water and he walked a little on water, Peter. And then he began to sink. Jesus had to rush back and help him out of the water. And he said, "Look, you see, Peter, now you're sinking." It's sad that 2,000 years later, you have these black preachers making you feel guilty if you don't show up on Sunday to church. I had this one black rabbi tell me, "I didn't see you on Friday in the synagogue." Jesus went to a synagogue on the Sabbath day and he took the bread from the high priest against him. He was stopped. Jesus was stopped. And when he was confronted, he told him. He said, "Haven't you heard what David did? When his men and his crew, his infantry expressed hunger? It was the Sabbath. He went into the synagogue and took the bread from the highest Jew in town, and they stopped him. They stopped David, the one that slayed Goliath. They stopped him. Where do you think you're going with that bread?"
Come over here.
David in return said, "My men have expressed hunger, and I'm aware it's the Sabbath day. Taking it regardless." So Jesus did the same. Jesus imitated David and called himself the morning star and the son of David also. Before he called himself the son of God. He used to call himself the son of David. Yeah, the son of David. The morning star. The morning star means the son of David. And theologians and religious scholars, they don't want to convert to MP5 in religion. They're in MP1 in the South, but the man installed in them. They want you to believe the word the way the man taught it to them against their will. Like the man, he rewarded these black pasture slaves when they were free. He rewarded them with pork, and then they were fighting over it, and now they sell it in small portions.
The truth was revealed.
That's the Bible.
But you're free.
That's why if somebody into religion has a better Bible than you, they feel more superior. I see a sister has a bigger Bible than you. She feels. I had a sister come up to me one day during evangelizing Jehovah. She throws down the biggest Bible on top of the table. And she stood there with her chest out, like she's about to enter heaven before us because she has a bigger Bible. And then that means a heavyweight, he should enter a club because he's stronger also. Let's say a Yankee game. If somebody very strong enters, he should be first then and go to VIP for us, right? Because you're stronger. You're not stronger. Jesus said he wasn't looking for Perez. Folks that repeat the same thing over donation time. Oh, now a sister gave a 20.
Now.
Out of the blue. Ooh.
Ahora.
Now she dressed better than men. Why not treat every day like it's May? Why do we have to wait for May to get on our best behavior? Why should we have to wait for May to give a better donation? Why should we have to wait for May to dress better? Why should we have to wait for May to acknowledge the choir or the musician or the safety personnel of that temple? What? We shouldn't have to wait for May. We should treat every day as if it's May. Jesus Christ said that those that really love him, they'll imitate him. I'm not selling Bibles. I'm not selling holy water, and I don't have a temple you can assist. Other than hitting subscribe and like, please, and leave a nice comment, please. No racist comments. Other than that, Jesus Christ made it a point not to be demanding with his soldiers. And that's why Peter had a sword.
Get out the car.
Don't let these brothers and sisters and wannabe preachers instill in your mind that Jesus Christ was demanding.
Stop and pray.
He wasn't. He said, if you don't want to follow me, then don't follow me. In the end, the world will judge you. I'm not selling the Bible.
16 cents.
You want to be proud and quote everything Jesus said? Go ahead. John the Baptist baptized Jesus. And in John, you can find that in the end he says, Jesus performed so many miracles in front of me, and marvels and wonders. Jesus Christ. It would be impossible for any book to contain all its information. And you, as a preacher, Moreno, you believe like you're some special application of the Bible.
The chosen one.
Encyclopedia. You think you're more superior to what? What you know how to do.
Hallelujah.
Be a dentist.
Somebody loves us
Because
up
you're
there.
analytical. Moreno want to break down the Bible like a good song with the chords and the melody and the riff. So don't you dare play the wrong chord because Moreno will look upon you. Oh, that brother is not really 100% holy. Since when did Moreno become holy? Since when? Moreno's the first one looking for trouble in the street and a criminal and getting over on society. Moreno's the first one that wants the spotlight. Moreno's not satisfied with the White House. Never satisfied. Moreno wants the gun house. The Moreno wants to be a fireman. Moreno wants to be the king of rabbis. Moreno wants to go to space whenever he chooses. With no hassle. Moreno believes more superior than everybody. Moreno wants to run again for office. He's not satisfied with 8 years in office. Never satisfied. Can you imagine if Jesus Christ would have continued to live like Joseph, his father, on earth, 110 years old? Would he have stayed doing miracles?